Alrighty, guys, welcome back. Earlier, we were talking about Jonte Porter receiving a lifetime ban from the NBA for violating gambling rules, and now we're going to dive into our Thirsty Thursday segment for the week.
I'm looking forward to it.
Okay.
And okay.
What's up?
I was going to say, I was just looking at this and they were showing that there was like 16 players that was banned and never reinstated. And the most recent ones, Porter.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know OJ Mayo. I was Donald Sterling and Richard Drumming are the most recent ones that have been banned and never reinstated. And
You
that's
think, watching other players, get banned from gambling, you'd think everybody
well,
else would be like,
these guys didn't get
It's not
banned
a good
from.
idea.
He's the first. I think he's the first one to get banned for gambling. Let's see. OJ Mayo was substance abuse policy by
Hmm.
smoking marijuana and abusing painkillers was his issue. Donald Sterling, he was an owner who made some very he was a former owner of the Lakers who made some very racist comments, and he was a he may be the worst owner in NBA history. Richard Drummond was substance abuse, uh very banned for repeatedly substance abuse. Donald Sterling was for racist comments and everything. Everybody else was more substance abuse. This is the first one for, you know, for gambling, breaking the gambling policy.
Mm-hmm.
There was a referee once that got banned as well for dealing with something with gambling as
Mm-hmm.
well. But you don't see that often. Most times you think about Pete Rose, and I'm going to say this: there's a huge difference, people. I know we're taking the segment a little bit longer, but everyone thinks of Pete Rose on gambling, but this guy was betting that he's going to underperform. He's given information on how he can underperform.
Mm-hmm.
Pete Rose was like, "We're gonna kick y'all's butt, and I'm gonna put some money on it." He was betting on his team to win.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't saying like, "Hey, I'm the manager of the Reds, and we're gonna get smoked." No, he was betting on they're gonna win, or he's betting on other games that he wasn't involved in. But he never, from everything I have seen, he never bet against his own himself or the team he played for. This guy is betting against himself that he's going to underperform. He's going to be sick and kind of step out of this game. This is the worst kind of way for someone to be gambling in sports. It's
Mm-hmm.
it's a it's as you said, disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just had to go on that whole little
I
Pete
gotcha.
Rose thing as well,
A little,
because
a little soapbox.
I want Pete in the Hall of Fame. That's the reason why. Pete deserves to be in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, gosh. Okay. Alrighty. Well, now we're going to dive into our Thirsty Thursday segment for the week. So I got this from a subreddit. It is Ask Reddit. This is a little bit of an older story. It was posted 8 years ago, but it was really funny, and we got some good comments with it as well. So
I love when you have the comments. That's what I look for.
alrighty. So it was getting towards the end of the night, and we were en route to a strip club for a reason I still can't figure out. We were driving with the windows cracked and smoking cigarettes. At this point, I was over half a fifth of Maker's Mark in, and I could feel that all too familiar feeling. I was about 10 seconds from unleashing a hot and smelly tsunami of vomit all over the back seat
Oh,
of this
why?
enclosed vehicle.
Okay,
Thinking
maker's mark, huh? Okay.
Yeah. Thinking quickly, I formed a plan in my drunken and panicked mind. Alex, it's so hot back here. Can you open my window a little more? It's happening. For some reason, I get it in my head that they can't find out that I'm going to drain everything in my body onto the sidewalk. Um, this secret must go with me to the grave. Alex, I love this song. Can you turn it up? I had never heard this song before in my life, but no one was suspicious, so the plan forged on. I then unleashed this person's very descriptive. A torrent of bile so violent that it rivaled the pea soup scene in The Exorcist. I finished my barf and reveled in the fact that I had done it. No one knew, and I was free. We got out of the car and proceeded to walk into the club and enjoy an hour of watered-down drinks and painted chests. As we were approaching the car,
Whoa.
They went
Painted,
to a
what do
strip
you mean?
club. Painted chests.
Okay.
Boobs. Breasts.
Okay. I've never heard it called painted chest before.
No, he said painted
I was
boobs, but I was trying to
okay. I'm sorry. I
I
wasn't
was trying to clean it
understanding.
up a little bit.
I was truly clueless on what you were talking about there. That is the honest truth. Got
Anyway,
it, Faith. Sorry.
I was trying to remain professional.
And I was not catching on at all, Faith. Zero. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. As we were approaching the car, I hear it, a scream of rage disgust. With little to no foresight, I assumed the vomit would land on the ground despite us driving 40 miles per hour on the highway. His car looked like someone hosed it down with exclusively post-pizza vomit. I needed an escape, so I did the only thing I could think of at the time. I was even more enraged. I couldn't believe that someone could be that disrespectful. I entertained that it was probably the loud frat guys who left before us. Or bums, we just don't know. To this day, no one knows that it was me, and I regret nothing.
That's a gross story. That's an outright gross story.
They were very descriptive with their
Okay. First off, if you've been drinking, wouldn't you just say, "Hey guys, I'm getting sick. Pull over."
Normally, yes, but when you're I guess a fifth of Maker's Marker in, goo. That's one Maker's Marker. Not
Maker's Mark. Okay, here first question I have is I've seen people have Maker's Marks at their house, and whenever I have parties, I always ask people to bring a bottle to share, and sometimes people will bring Maker's Mark, so I may have some at my house. I don't look at it as a very is that that's not really a very high end
No.
drink in itself, is it? That's
I'm
very
pretty sure
low
it's
end.
it's cheap whiskey, I believe.
Okay, I
I'll
was
double check
just
that though.
I'm just getting a little clarification on that because people love certain things, and so Maker's Mark, you know it, but I always thought of it as more of a lower end brand. Um, this one's weird because the fact that he tried to hide it and not the smartest thing in the world when you're like, I'm going, hey, turn this song up, this, and this, and this. This guy, yeah, I'm a loss for words with this guy. You don't, especially if it's one of your buddies, you just pull over and be like, yo, man, I'm sick. Pull over, or sometimes even quick. Ooh, pull over right now. I'm about to be sick. You pull over, everyone knows that one, everyone
Yeah.
jumps out. You're on the side of the road, and then you're not spray painting the entire backside of a car. If you're doing 40 down the road, what do you think's gonna happen?
Tate, you've never had a drop of alcohol. You don't understand what what alcohol does to the brain sometimes.
And okay, yes, but see, I'm the guy. All my friends are big drinkers. I'm the guy that throws a party that has a lot of booze, but I don't drink.
Hmm.
But the level of not, don't want to say stupidity. The not making smart decisions is crazy. And that's the whole thing about these Thirsty Thursdays are people getting drunk and making bad decisions in life. And
We've all
this
been
is
there.
one of those bad decisions. He's not, and here's the thing. The guy that's super upset and makes the big production, they always think like, if I make this big production, no one will think it's me. Yes, you're the top, the loudest one is the one that's most likely did it.
Hmm.
So the kind of like the reverse way of looking at it. You think they know who did it?
So one of the comments actually
Okay, let's
was,
hear
well, now I know it was you, and Alex will not be happy about this. So I assume whoever commented this was one of his friends, and they found the post.
it.
So,
Wow.
from what it sounds like, they didn't know to begin with, but they know now.
See, you're a fool. You're giving you're turning it's like you're turning your own self in. That's the whole thing about dumb criminals. Sometimes criminals get their own self caught.
Hmm.
This guy didn't already he didn't drop the dime on himself. You can't be if you're gonna do something silly, you supposed to be like, shut this up, shut it down, nobody's gonna know. You don't
Hmm.
put it on a forum.
Yeah. Well, I mean, with this story, I'm with you in saying like, why didn't you just ask them to pull over? Because I've had many moments where I've had to pull over. Sometimes I make it, sometimes I don't. That's just a part of life. But I would not, you know, attempt to roll the window down and throw up out of it because I know that it's just gonna go down on the side of the car. It's not gonna go or
Yeah.
or
Come back in the car.
hit you back in the face. So, you know.
Yeah, you don't want that boomerang effect.
Mm-mm,
No,
mm-mm.
you don't want to get baptized by your own maker's mark. I just want to let you know what I mean. You
Oh,
do not want
jeez.
to get baptized with
No.
some maker's mark.
Mm-hmm.
Your own baptism. All right, you got any
Yeah.
other comments there? What else do you have?
Um, Someone said, did the horizontal splatter pattern not give the game away? Not watched enough CSI clearly. And then someone else said they were drunk, remember?
Thinking his friends aren't the smartest ones ever either.
It doesn't sound like any of them are the smartest people.
I don't think any of them went to Cambridge. You know what I mean? I don't think any of them. Yeah, they're not going to Stanford. They're not going to Cambridge or Oxford. This is one
Mm-hmm.
of those very very low end, like below community college. It's like they're barely getting in.
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're not. I don't think they are not. They can't spell Dean's List with this group here. I'm just saying.
It's
I'm sorry.
it's like 8 letters.
You cannot spell Dean's List.
9 letters.
So, let's see. Ooh.
Well,
Hey, you
apostrophe
can't.
S.
You just, all right, just let it go sometimes. Don't go down that rabbit hole sometimes. You got to stay away from that one. That is
Oh
hilarious.
gosh.
All right.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny, like looking at these and changing up our format and things.
Hmm.
I kind of like these. I don't like this one. I don't like the gross ones. These are not I like the ones when
I
they're
thought it
like
was funny.
I like the ones when you see people do dumb things and they look back and they're like, man,
Hmm.
the guy throwing up all over my car. Ooh,
At least, okay,
I'm
I will
upset.
say at least it was on the outside of the car because that's so much easier to clean up than throw up inside your car. And trying to get that smell out of your car is just It's awful.
I had a buddy of mine that never mind, we won't go there. Never mind. Let's just say they messed up. They borrowed another buddy's car and then messed up the inside of the car. Yes. And they felt bad, so they had it professionally cleaned. So the company came in and steam cleaned everything and all this stuff. And eventually my buddy had to get rid of that car because it still smelled so bad. When you have a professional come in and steam clean the inside of your car and it still smells so bad that you got to get rid of your car, you got to be upset.
Yeah.
All right.
Alrighty, guys. Well, with that, we are going to close out the show for the day. Thank you so much for tuning into the Andrew Tate Show, presented by the GSMC Sports Network. Your support means a lot to us, so please remember to subscribe to the show and leave a positive review. It really does make a difference. We also invite you to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram for more content and updates. Thank you once again. Have a wonderful day, and we will see you tomorrow. Peace.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet. Damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to